especially Jude Bellingham, Vinicius Jr., and Mbappe. If this squad and Bellingham, Vinicius, and Mbappe, if these guys can flow like water the way they flowed in the second half, if they can link up like this consistently, have this type of chemistry consistently, I'm going to tell you guys this: Real Madrid is going far. Real Madrid will be a problem, and Real Madrid will be banging and goes left and right, man. That second half that I saw from Real Madrid was beautiful, amazing, beautiful display. That is the best style. That is the best performance I have seen from Real Madrid in 2 seasons. This season and the whole of last season. This is the best performance I have seen. Kylian Mbappe will walk away as man of the match because he scored a hat trick. And my man, my GOAT, yes, my GOAT, walking away with a hat trick, going for that Pichichi award once again, winning that Pichichi award once again. Mbappe going for that hat trick. Beautiful done, man. His movements as the number 9 striker was phenomenal, bro. His movement in the first goal where he was able to, move the ball with his right and score the goal with his left, even though we all know that Mbappe is not a lefty. We know that Mbappe is not a lefty, and that was beautiful goal. But I do want to give a very big credit to Valverde being able to score that goal, being able to provide that assist to Mbappe to score that beautiful goal with his left, man. Mbappe had the ball, ran down in through the middle of the pitch, and while he was falling, made a pass to Mbappe, and Mbappe just do what he has to do, control the ball with his right and shoot the ball with his left, and bang, it was 1-0. And now I'm going to be very, very honest with you guys, right? Prior to that goal, and even in that first half, I don't think Real Madrid played great. I think a lot of Madrid fans would agree with me on this. Madrid fans did not play great. They did not play good. I expected more from them in that first half. I expected that second performance, that performance they gave us in the second half. I expected them to start the game off with that. Because look, all credit to Real Sociedad, right? Real Sociedad is a top 10 La Liga team. I believe they finished in the top 8 last season. They have some solid players like Mikel Oyarzabal. They have Takefusa Kubo. They have Susic, right? They got some good players that could do some damage. And it felt like in the first half, Real Sociedad was controlling the game a lot more, even though Real Madrid has more possession. It just felt like Real Sociedad just knew how to control the game as well. Not in terms of ball possession, but in terms of just being able to move the ball and bypass the midfield and the defense of Real Madrid. And when Real Madrid had the 1-0 down, right, eventually, Konate mistimed his run. Ochiang from Real Sociedad got past him, got the ball. Good job on Konate recovering. I will be honest, Konate being able to recover after he allowed that man to run past him was a very big mistake, man. Right? And then he did a really, really good job of being able to stay in front of him. Ochiang shot the ball. It deflected off of Konate. It was a block shot off of Konate. And surprisingly, freakishly, Susic had the ball and bang, just shot it in. Now, I do want to say this. This is one of the major issues about Real Madrid, and this is an issue that Mourinho is going to be scratching his head that he has to fix immediately, right? Real Madrid came out with Carreras, Denhausen, Konate, and Dumfries. I'll be honest with you guys, fullbacks was very poor in this game. Dumfries was very, very miserable. Carreras, miserable. I don't know why Mourinho would have Cucurella, who's a World Cup starting left back. He wasn't being a sub. Cucurella was not a super sub. He was a bona fide starter for Spain. One of the reasons why Spain was able to keep the most clean sheets and have the best defense in for the entire World Cup tournament. Cucurella was one of those reasons why. He's in the team. He was in the team of the tournament. Cucurella was in the team of the tournament. Before the game started, he's the one who held the World Cup trophy. He's the only Madridista that held the World Cup that was part of the Spain that won the World Cup. No other Real Madrid player was in that World Cup squad. So I'm hoping that Mourinho can understand this. That yes, I get it. Carreras has been here long enough. You don't want to disrespect Carreras, but if Cucurella was here, I don't think Cucurella would have been able to stay on his man. Sucic was coming down, and that was Carrera's man to mark, and that's how Real Sociedad equalized, scoring the game 1-1, going into halftime with a big disappointment. Once again, guys, I know that we're all excited about the performance that we saw in the second half, right? 3 goals scored in the second half, making it 4-1. But we have to understand that that first half performance was shambolic. It was miserable. And Mourinho has a lot to fix up. The team was not linking together. They were out of sync. There was no synchronization between the players. There was no hunger. There was no discipline on the ball, off the ball, right? There was no sense of urgency. When Real Madrid lose the ball, no sense of urgency, no tracking back. And even though a lot of people will put the blame on Carreras, which I also do because he should have marked his man, right? I also have to say Bernardo Silva and Vivaldi being in the being in a double pivot, they should have gone out there and do what they had to do to defend. They should have gone out there to do what they had to do to defend because that was very poor in my opinion. So overall, this is very I'm hoping that we get to see more from Real Madrid. I'm hoping we get to see more from Real Madrid, but we'll see how this goes, man. Now, the second half was amazing, excellent. I love what I saw in the second half. That was a phenomenal ball. The way they played was phenomenal, bro. I love what I saw from Real Madrid in the second half. Carreras came off, Cucurella came on, then we saw beautiful football being played, man. Beautiful football. Jude Bellingham, to me, is my man of the match. I know that they're going to give Mbappe the ball, but to me, I'm going to say Bellingham deserves to be man of the match. Yes, Mbappe scored a hat trick, but good because when Real Madrid needed the goals, Bellingham was right there. When the game was 3-1, I don't think there was any need anymore, right? Because Bellingham gave the assist for Mbappe's second goal, gave the assist to Vinicius' third goal, Real Madrid third goal, and after that it's 3-1. It's like I don't think Real Madrid is going to try to come back. I don't think Real Madrid would try to come back. So I love I say Real Madrid. Real Sociedad would try to come back. I'm sorry, guys. I don't think Real Sociedad would try to come back. Now, I do love what I'm seeing from Bellingham. I feel like the role that Bellingham is playing is going to be very, very interesting. And I think people should start trying to understand the role that Mourinho wants Bellingham to play, right? When Bellingham first showed up to Chelsea, to Real Madrid, Bellingham started out as a false nine. That's why he had that many goals, ended up winning the Champions League, and I believe he won the La Liga his first season. The next season, obviously, Mbappe showed up. There's no way he could play as a false nine anymore. So he was playing a little bit deeper, trying to be a deep line playmaker while also trying to play like a DM type of role, right? Where he would try to help defensively, play as a box to box midfielder. And I still think he was doing much. Now, to be fair, Bellingham was also injured in that scene. He had a shoulder injury that he was hanging on to and still playing with. So we could not see the best of Bellingham. Then we had Xabi Alonso, right? And Jude Bellingham was still playing as a box to box midfielder. Now, this is going to be very interesting. Under Mourinho, it seems like Mourinho is going to have Bellingham play as a number 10 while also having him being able to roam around. So I think Jude is going to be that player that will have the free roam to roam to the defense and roam into the final third, man. We could see him linking up with Mbappe, linking up with Vinicius Jr., sometimes trying to drift to both right and left flanks of the pitch, and I think that is fine. Bellingham is very, very good, man. If you give Bellingham a player like Bellingham a free roam, I think it's gonna be so much impactful, man. Because what Jude was just amazing this game. I love what I saw from Jude this game. So I think this second half is showing that if Real Madrid can just maintain this flow, if they can be in the zone like this, if they can take this flow state, this in the zone, be like water and take it and start it from the first half, start it from the first 45 minutes, this Real Madrid team is going to be scary. Now, I do want to give a shout out to Konate. I know that a lot of Liverpool fans are hating. We have Liverpool fans who are hating at this moment. And let me just say this, Konate deserves a lot of praise. I think he was very solid for Real Madrid, right? I don't think he made a lot of mistakes. I do feel like he should have been able to track his man for that first goal scored, right? One chances created, 52 out of 54 accurate passes, eight defensive contributions with just 6 to 7 touches on the ball, three blocks, three um three blocks, three clearances, two recoveries, two tackles, 2 out of 3 ground duels won. That is 67%. I mean, I think honestly, like Konate is playing really good here, man. A lot of people are gonna say that this guy is just not it for Real Madrid, but I guess we just might be wrong here, bro. The problem is the people that was hating on Konate, watch how they're gonna be like crickets. Watch how they're gonna keep their mouth shut. And that is my biggest issues with this. The people that was hating on Konate, where are they? Where are the Liverpool fans that's watching Konate right now? They're all gonna keep quiet. Dumfries and Carreras was weaklings in this team. Everyone in this Real Madrid squad played good, especially in the second half. The problem was the great performance by Real Madrid. It hid how poor Dumfries was. I think Trent is the better offensive fullback than Dumfries. I don't even think Dumfries offers more defensively than Trent. But then again, Marino is doing a whole lot of, what you call it, um, rotations, I guess. From now on, Cucurella has to be the starter for Real Madrid. I hope we are all in agreement of this. Cucurella must be the starting left back from Real Madrid from now on. Capiche, Marino? Do we understand this? Anyway, this is what I have to say about this amazing performance by Real Madrid. You guys tell me what you all think. Like the video and please subscribe. I'll catch you guys later, man. Peace out, y'all.